30 days of sketches from Christy's Beautiful Life. And this is today's sketch. This is also, I think yesterday's might have been Susanna Lee, although now to be honest, I'm out of sorts. I don't know which day is what. But this one's by Susanna Lee. And you can see she's kind of, the intention behind here is to give you a lot of journaling space. And I think I may use it. I need to think about it a little bit because my story, I'll tell you in a second. But it's got all these circle elements. Looks like there's some sequins even, a couple little hearts. And I'm kind of taking this as these are the photos. And actually, I think I've seen some others posting, and those are the photos. And I'm going to do the same. And then obviously there's journaling all down in the middle here. And like I said, the intent, I think, is to tell a big story. So what I have is a bit of a stash buster here. I have these really old quick quotes papers, Anchors Away. They have little boats and things. I have a stripe. I'll have to be honest, this is actually a different collection, but the colors go really well. So I'm going to use that. And then I have this, I believe is going to be my base. It's called Wind Song. These are all from 2016, I think, y'all. Here I go again. I say that. 2015 for this one. 2015 for this one. This is the, it's like a little, I guess you might call it a cut apart. Maybe intended for borders here, but there's a bunch of little cut aparts here. And I pulled it out because, again, the colors go really well. And then I have this die, this bunch of these nested circle dies. Sorry, I'll put it over here. Bunch of nested circle dies. And I'm going to use those, and I can cut out this little thing here. And then I have this one that'll fit over the top of some of these. So I think I'm going to use some of these. And then my pictures are these old pictures. This was my husband and I. And honestly, I don't understand this except for these pictures were on film, okay? And these are from when my husband and I went on our honeymoon, although it was 5 years after we were married. So it was 1996 actually is when we went. But we were on a cruise. This was our second. We went to Disney and then we went on a cruise. So I thought it kind of went well because there's kind of these little boats here. The colors go pretty well, so I really like that. And then I also pulled out my punches because, again, the whole layout has all these different circles. So I'm just going to kind of do this whole circle-y thing. I haven't decided. I may ink the edges. Most likely I will ink the edges of the circles, although these ones have little stitching, so we'll see. I have not pulled out sequins or anything else yet, so I have to play with that. But anyway, that's what I'm getting started with, so let's get going. Okay, everybody, quick check-in. I have used my die to cut the pictures. I've used my punches to come through and punch out all these circles, and I've kind of laid them down, kind of the sketches. I did also, I think I filmed for you, I showed you how I went ahead and added a splatter. It doesn't really show it in the sketch, but I just kind of wanted to fill this out a little bit. I've gone through and found a couple little hearts as per the sketch, and I have gotten my sequins out here, which are kind of oceany-ish. There's some shells and whatnot. And I'll put those here. I did ink the edges of all my circles with this vintage photo Distress Oxide. And then I did doodle around the outside of the edges of the paper with this, what is this? Timeless Creations, Crazy Art. It's just a pen, kind of in a really dark, kind of turquoisey teal color. What I'm going to do next, because I don't want you, it's a bit repetitive, so I'm going to put it on, I'm going to stop the camera for a minute so I can glue some of these down. I am going to put the ones that are kind of on top on foam, just to kind of give some dimensions here. And then, oh, also my title. I did find this title. I do not remember the collection. I know it came, I believe it came in a Flavors of the Month, but I'm so sorry. I don't remember the number, or the name rather. This has got a rose gold, so I'm not going to lie, I struggle because I was trying to pull out like gold hearts and stuff, but it didn't look right with the rose gold in the title. So I went with this little shiny gold, or excuse me, shiny kind of bluish. And then I found a little puffy sticker, so I'm going to use those. So I'd actually punched a couple extra. I don't know that I did go ahead and ink them. I may or may not use these. So let me go ahead and stop the camera, like I said, because it's going to be a bit repetitive just to glue this down. And I will come back on once I've got that, and I'm kind of ready to start putting the little fun stuff. And also, I think I will go ahead and journal here. I'm not going to do that on camera either because that'll take me a few minutes because obviously, as mentioned, it's kind of a longer journal. And I'm just going to basically say, you know, we went on to a cruise. This is like our 5-year honeymoon or whatever. And I'll kind of journal that stuff there. And so, but I'm not going to do that until after the fact. I'll take pictures and stuff and then I'll do it. All right, talk soon. All right, the rest of this layout is going to go pretty quickly here because I have already glued everything down after inking and doodling and all the things. So all I have left to do is I put these two blue shiny hearts down, and then I have that little puffy sticker one that's like a tone on tone, and that goes to the bottom. And the next thing I'm going to do is these sequins here, which what I decided to do, the sketch had like 3 little sequins. To be fair, that is entirely possible. She just means, hey, sequins go here. So instead of just saying you must do 3. So what I did is I took my little handful and I just kind of put it and let it fall. And my initial thought was I'm going to just kind of glue them down where they went. And I stuck to that pretty well. I did create a little bit of space here and there because some were kind of on top of each other. But I liked where they all fell, and it was a bit random, and it kind of reminded me of bubbles and water and stuff like that. So I was pretty happy with those. So I'm going to end up doing my 3 little clusters of sequins here. I'm a little sad, though, because now looking and thinking back, there's like little starfish and things in it, and I ended up not grabbing those, so I don't end up with those on here. But that's okay. I think it looks cute the way it is. So anyway, I'm going to end up putting these sequins here. And then I'm going to do that in the lower right corner. There is a little fishtail banner chipboard phrase that's kind of up underneath the sequin container right now. And it just says something like it's time to get away. And that's not really called for on the sketch. But as I was kind of digging around through my little goodies and things, looking to see what I could find in the way of hearts, I come across that. And I thought, oh, I need to use that on here. And I'll end up putting that up underneath that my picture of me. Now, the funny thing about this is these pictures, I thought when I was looking through these, I thought, oh, I think this is when Titanic came out and we were kind of recreating it, even though technically we're on the back of the boat because you can see the wake in the back of the picture there. But then I went and Googling it, and actually this was the year before Titanic came out. And I started thinking about it. I go, y'all, we are so old. I think this was at least 26 years ago now, almost 27 years ago. And I'm like, how is that possible? How is that possible, y'all? We're not that old, but I guess we are. Anyway, so yeah, we were just, I guess we just got lucky in this sense. We made it look kind of Titanic-y. It wasn't intentional because it hadn't come out yet. But anyway, I do like the way the picture looks with us on the end of the boat there. Now, my title here, I try to use my square. I shouldn't say I try. I use my square ruler here, but I'm not very good at it. This is one of the cheapest square rulers, y'all. I got off Amazon. It was a pack of 2, and you have to it came where you tucked in the long skinny piece into the end of the T-square part down there, and they do not fit right. I had to try to bang it in there, and so I don't know. It just doesn't function properly, even though it's just a T-square. You wouldn't think that'd be that big a deal, but look, my E's crooked, and so I noticed that, and I have to fix it. Now, what I do next, I initially said, I think in my last little segment there where I was like, hey, check in or whatever, I didn't think I was going to journal on camera. I don't actually journal on camera, but I do draw my little pencil lines here. And initially, I thought I might use my pen to draw my lines, but I don't. I end up just using the pencil lines as guides, and I go ahead and journal, and I don't actually draw the flat lines with the pen. I just have my journaling be kind of guided by these pencil lines, and I'll just erase the pencil lines once I'm done with the journaling. So when I do the slow down, I did go ahead and journal off camera, but I did wait do the slow down, view and the close-ups until after I journaled, because I did think the colored pen added to the layout, and I wanted to make sure you guys had a chance to see that, because I think it does add something, and it is obviously per the sketch. So now I'm going to slow it down. After I've done the journaling, you can see the journaling with that colored pen there. That is the doodle color as well on the edge of the papers there. I don't know if I mentioned it. I did glue it on I did put a frame around it when I glued the white or the solid down. Anyway, there you go. Close up. Keep checking out everybody's videos today and every day for the 30 days sketches here, and we will see you tomorrow. Talk soon. Bye-bye.